Hey, Bookends. Okay, so I'm headed to my, let's take this off. There we go. So I'm headed to my first book-related function since COVID, so in about a year and a half. Yay! Being safe, have my mask, I am vaccinated, and I'm about to go see if I can get some interviews out of these wonderful children's book writers. Okay, guys. See you again when we get there. Bye. Hey, Bookends. So if this looks in any way familiar, that's because this is the same place where we did another bookish thing. So I will link that in the description or up above. But yeah, it's interesting to be here again with no chairs. Yeah. Okay, so let's go to the actual book fair because it's out that way.
Hi, I'm Nina Cruz, and I am an author and illustrator of picture books. I love picture books because I love their place that you can share so many ideas with kids, and I love talking to kids and hearing what they're interested in, what they think about, and what they love. So picture books are a great place to be and a great conversation to have with readers. And you can find me on my website, which is www.ninacruz.com, or Instagram or Facebook. You can find me Cruz Nina or Nina Cruz Children's Books and all those fun things.
Hi, I am Christopher Healy. I write both middle grade and picture books. I have two middle grade series, the Hero's Guide to Saving Your Kingdom series and A Perilous Journey of Danger and Mayhem. I write because when I was a kid, books meant everything to me. Books were my refuge and my safe place while I was a kid, and I wanted to write for kids when I grew up so that if I could give that feeling back, to kind of pay it forward to any other kids, I wanted to be able to do that. My books are available at bookstores everywhere, and they can be found online at ChristopherHealy.com.
And where can we find you?
You can find me on, yes, you can find me on Instagram and Twitter on at Christopher Healy. Yeah, I'm on Facebook also, Christopher Healy author.
Okay, thank you.
Hi, my name is Stacy Davidowitz, and I write middle grade realistic fiction. I have one series which is Camp Rolling Hills, and it's a 4-book series all about sleepaway camp, hijinks, adventure, all the fun. And my newest book is a collaboration with Ali Stroker, who was the first person over here to win Tony and also be on Broadway. I write because I can't not write. I came from a theater background, and I mostly was writing musicals and plays before book writing, and I think I love writing dialogue and characters, and I feel like it's just, I'm the luckiest person ever to be able to spend some of my time writing books for kids, and I also love connecting with readers. That's my favorite part. And you can find the books wherever books are sold, and you can find me, I'm mostly active on Instagram, and my handle is Stacy Davidowitz Books.
Thank you. How do you spell Davidowitz?
All right, it's long. D-A-V-I-D, like the name David, O-W-I-T-Z.
The readers are
so David and then Owitz, the main character.
Hi, I'm Priyanka.
Yes, and that plays a big part of the
cartoonist and illustrator, and I write for people like me, which I guess is everybody. And I forgot the last page.
Where can you be found?
My website is batsagatsabata.com. Should I just my name or that? Or you can
Okay. And where can we find your book?
This is coming out in November for
Okay.
Yeah. If you go to this URL, there's a link to it.
Perfect.
My name is Pamela Ahrens. I write novels for adults and now novels for children as well. This one is for readers 9 to 14. And
I write because I kind of have to. I love to do it, and if I don't do it, I get very grouchy. And you can find my books in all bookstores and on Amazon and bookshop.com and any other place you might want to find them. And we have a wonderful independent bookstore here called Words Bookstore, but independent bookstores are all over the country, and they are the lifeblood of writers. And I have a website which has the most stuff on it, which is www.PamelaArens, that's PamelaArens.com.
Okay, thank you so much.
Hi, I'm Jenna Gavigan. I'm the author of the Lulu the Broadway Mouse series. So there's Lulu the Broadway Mouse, and then there is the sequel, The Show Must Go On. Why do I write? I'm an actor. I've been an actor since I was a little girl, and I realized, I don't know, 10 or so years ago that I loved writing as well, and that it's just a whole other way for me to make believe and be creative. And I wrote these books in particular because after a lot of years in show business, I had kind of forgotten why I became an actor in the first place, and that was because I love performing. So I wrote books kind of loosely inspired by my own experiences on Broadway as a kid, and a few of the little girls in the book are little bits of me. So I wrote these books kind of for my younger self. And you can find me on IamJennaGavigan.com, IamJennaGavigan.com, or you can find me on Twitter and Instagram, Jenna_Gavigan, at Jenna_Gavigan on Twitter and Instagram, and on the island of Manhattan. You can find my books anywhere books are sold. We do love small bookstores. I'll go ahead and we'll plug Drama Bookstore in Manhattan right now because they just reopened, and it's a really special bookstore, and they most definitely have these books.
Okay, my name is Marina Budos, and I write young adult fiction, middle grade fiction, young adult nonfiction, adult fiction, so I'm all over, but I'm here as a middle grade young adult author. Why do I write? Because I don't know what else to do. No, I write because I just think there's a lot of stories to be told that I enjoy telling. And all of my books are available either at an independent bookstore or on Amazon, any other websites. And I have a website, marinabudos.com, MarinaBudos.com. I also am at, Marina Budos on Instagram. Also, there's an author page for me on Facebook.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
So I am Maria E. Andrew. I am the author of Love in English and some other books as well. I write YA fiction, and the reason I write is because that's what I'm happiest doing. When I'm writing, like my mind is going and I feel just happy. So I am online, mostly on Instagram, Maria E. Andrew with a U at the end, and a little bit on Twitter, but not so much. And my website is mariaeandrew.com, and you can find me there. I'm always posting new stuff there.
Okay, where can we find your books at?
Everywhere books are sold, as they say, online, in independent bookshops, like Words right here in Maplewood. Anywhere that you get your books, you'll find mine.
I'm Laura Chauvin. I write books that were the books I wish I had had when I was growing up. I write contemporary middle grade, and I'm also a poet and a verse novelist. My books can be found wherever books are sold. If you'd like a signed copy, please contact the Ivy Bookshop in Baltimore, and they will get a signed copy out to you. At Laura Chauvin. Across all platforms you can find me, and if you look at my at Laura Chauvin on Instagram, you'll find my daily robot doodles.
Hi everybody, I'm Mike Chickatello, also known as Mr. Mike. I have a drawing show on YouTube, as well as I'm an author illustrator for picture books. Why do I write? I write for children because I want to connect with children and talk about stories of children working together. You can find my books at drawwithmrmike.com. You can find my drawing shows and my books all available on my website. And if you'd like a signed copy, you can go to River Road Books, Fairhaven, Haven, New Jersey, to get a signed copy, and they'll send that out to you.
Hi, my name is Robin Newman. I have the privilege of writing picture books and early chapter books, and my books are pretty much everywhere. Anywhere books are sold, and anywhere there are books in libraries, you can find them. Oh, bear dams as well. I write because it's the absolute best job in the entire world, and it just gives me a tremendous amount of pleasure to see kids really enjoy reading my books. You can find me, my website is www.robinnewenbooks.com, and I'm also on Twitter. I'm at Robin Newman Books. Same, I think, for Instagram as well.
My name's Paul Sajak. I'm a children's book author. I write mainly picture books. I'm trying to expand into other things, but right now I have picture books on the market, and you can pretty much find them wherever books are sold. But go to your local bookstore. That's where you should go and try and find them. Why do I write? I love to write mainly because I enjoy that creative outlet. It's the main reason. I come up with these ideas, I gotta put them down on somewhere, go down on paper. Where they can find me, I have a website, paulsajak.com, and pretty much it. Instagram, Paul Sajak. Twitter, it's psajak. And those are the two main platforms. Yep.
My name is Kyle Lukoff. I write picture books, I write middle grade novels, and I have an early chapter book series coming out.
Cool. And why do you write?
Because I don't know what else to do. You can find me on the internet at kylelukoff.com, so just myname.com. And you can find my books at bookstores or the internet.
Perfect. Can you spell Lukoff?
Lukoff.
Perfect.
Hey, hi, I'm Michael Rex. I am an author illustrator. I write books such as We're Going on a Goon Hunt and Facts versus Opinions versus Robots. They're very different books. I like doing all sorts of books that I do, all the different books I can do. One of the reasons I really love writing books is that books bring parents and children and grown-ups and students together, because the older people read the books to the little kids, and the little kids laugh and want to read books, and they sit with them and they cuddle, and books bring people together, and that's why I write books. You can find my books at most places where books are sold, whatever you like to do, whether you shop locally or online, and you can find me most of the time. What I really love is my Instagram account. There's a lot of pictures, it's very family friendly, and you can find Michael Rex at Instagram.
Oh, well, hi, I'm Alan Katz. I'm the author of a lot of silly books for kids, including the silly dilly books like Take Me Out of the Bathtub. They're funny song books. I've written about 50 books in all, and I love to write. I have 4 kids, and I love to write about them and the things they do, and I hope kids read, and laugh. And you can find my books wherever books are sold, and I hope whether you go to the library and get books, library is a great place, or whether you go to a bookstore, I hope you have fun reading. You can find me at alankatzbooks.com. That's my website, and I hope you stop by. It's a nice thing to do. Thanks, everybody.
Hi, my name is Alex Gino, and I write middle grade books. I write middle grade because that, to me, is when kids are figuring out who and what is in the world and how they feel about it and who they are. And I believe kids really need and deserve tools for doing that. You can find me anywhere. No. Be careful about saying that, Alex. But you can find me at alexgino.com, on Twitter at lxgino, Gino, excuse me, and with bookstores all over the place.
Hi, I'm Geeta Vardarajan. I am the co-author of Save Me a Seat and the upcoming Spring 2022 release, My Bindi. I'm an author of fiction books. This is a middle grade fiction and this is a picture book. And I write because it feels like I have a story to tell. And I write because my heart's telling me to write. That's why I write. I enjoy writing. I feel all kinds of stories are important, and I'm so thankful that stories of people like me are now being published in the world. You can find my books on Amazon. You can find them on any other, Barnes and Noble. You can find them on pretty much any website that sells books. You can find me on Twitter at Geeta Varad1. I'm also on Facebook. And I'm a teacher in 4th grade at Princeton Public Schools. So, you can also find me there and send me an email using my school email ID.
How you doing? So, my name is Phil Bildner, and I write books for kids. I write picture book, and I write middle grade. And the reason why I write is because I feel as though every kid needs to see themselves in books, and that's what I try to achieve in the books that I write. And my books, you can find them everywhere, in bookstores, online. My website is my name, philbildner.com, and this is my latest book, A High Five for Glenn Burke. philbildner.com is my website. Is that what you meant?
I'm Alex Meyer, Alex Evan Meyer. I am a children's book illustrator. I've been drawing since, I've just been drawing forever, and it's one of those things that I do. It's just me, and I love doing it, and I always draw. My books are, I've done a couple of children's books. Board book, this is Creature versus Teacher. My newest book is Where's My Mind, which is the lyrics by Black Francis of the song Where's My Mind. And these books are available everywhere fine books are sold, preferably your local bookstore. My website is eben.com, E-B-E-N, and my Instagram is Alex Evan Meyer.
Hi, so my name is Tracy Batiste, and I write pretty much everything. I write fiction, I write nonfiction, I write picture books all the way up to adult novels, and so today we have the Jumbies. This is the Jumbies picture book, so looking for a Jumbie. And we have a middle grade history book called African Icons, 10 People Who Shaped History. And the reason that I write is because I love to write. I actually love to write books, and I love to tell stories. And even when I'm telling, historical facts, it still is story, because it's called history, right? You can find me in my books at any bookstore near you. Shop at your independent bookstore, that would be great. You can also find me online at tracybatiste.com, or on Twitter at Tracy Batiste, or on Instagram at Tracy Batiste Writes.
Hi, I'm Vera Hiranandani, and I write mostly realistic fiction and historical fiction. So one of my books that I've written is The Night Diary, which won the Newbery Honor in 2019. And then my newest book that just came out last week is How to Find What You're Not Looking For. So I write stories that I'm very personally connected to. So both of these stories are connected to my own family history, and I've sort of figured out a way to put a fictional lens on it from a younger person's point of view. So that's just a way that I figure out answers to questions I have about my own family history and how it relates to the world around me, and I write to kind of pursue and answer those questions. Okay, I am available virtually anywhere these days, and you can find these books wherever books are sold. I love me. If you want to order online, I love bookshop.org. They're a really great place to buy books, and of course your local independent bookstore. So I'm on Twitter at Vera Hira, and I'm on Instagram at Vera Writes. So you can find me there on my website, verahiranandani.com.
That's Pooja, and I write middle grade and YA novels. My first series is called Here and Mala and the Kingdom Beyond. The Serpent's Secret is book 1. Game of Stars is book 2. And The Chaos Curse is book 3 of this series. I have a new series set in the same multiverse called the Fire Queen series. And book 1 is called Force of Fire, and it just came out last June. Where can you find my books? Let's see. You can find my books at your favorite independent bookstores. You can find my books online at scientonygaskizza.com, and I'm on Twitter at scientony16. Oh, and why I write. I write because when I was growing up, I never got to see a brown girl being awesome and heroic and saving the multiverse. And so I write the books that I wish 12-year-old me had seen. You know, Toni Morrison said, if there's a book you want to read and it hasn't been written yet, then you must write it. So I say, always listen to Toni Morrison, and that's why I wrote my book.
Hi, I'm Christine Kendall. I write for both adults and children, but my 2 middle grade novels are for audiences, say, ages 8 to 12. My first book, Writing Chance, came out a few years ago. My latest book is another middle grade novel, The True Definition of Neva Bean. It can be found at independent bookstores as well as online at places like Amazon. And as to why I write because I have stories to tell. I often feel like I have characters sitting right on my shoulder, waiting for me to get to them because they want their story to be out in the world. So it's an honor for me to be able to do that. I can be found at my website, ChristineRKendall.com.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth Lilly. I write picture books. My first book is about a giraffe girl that moves to a human town. She's the only giraffe. And my second book is about my own family and the food we used to eat growing up. So I write about my own stories and the stories of the people that I love. And you can find my books at my Instagram at Elizabeth M. Lilly, and then you can buy them anywhere that you buy books. I'm on Instagram at Elizabeth M. Lilly. I have a website, elizabethlilly.com. I'm on Twitter at Elizabeth M. Lilly. And yeah.
Hello, my name is Beth Barrett, and I'm a picture book author. I write books that celebrate friendship and words, because I really like words. One of my books is called The Nice Cream Truck, and I was playing with the word ice cream, and instead of ice cream, kids can pick the nice cream that they want. So you can find my books at all local bookstores and online and at BethBerry.com. Keep reading.
Hi, my name is Suzanne Morris, and I write and illustrate picture books and middle grade stories for kids. I write a lot because I'm trying to figure things out. I'm really curious about things. In this case, for this book, I wrote about a trapezoid because my daughter was going to learn what one was when she was in preschool, and I wasn't sure I knew. So to figure it out, I wrote and I drew pictures. Well, you can find me and my books at SuzanneMorrisArt.com. On Instagram, I'm Suzanne L. Morris, and on Twitter, I'm SMorrisArt.
My name is Marjorie Kyler, and I've written 57 picture books. Actually, a few of those are novels for like middle grade, but mostly I write picture books. And my most recent book is Bonaparte Plays Ball. Bonaparte's a skeleton whose bones keep falling apart. So it's very hard to play baseball if your bones drop to the ground. But there is a solution at the end. And also, this was the first Bonaparte book, and he doesn't want to go to school because he's worried he's going to be teased. But in the end, he gets a dog named Mandible who retrieves his bones. You can find my books in independent bookstores, Barnes & Noble, and they're all on Amazon.com. So if you just plug in Marjorie Kyler, Cuyler, you'll get a list of my 57 books. And often you can get them discounted, you know. So anyway, I love children's books, and I started writing after college, and I also worked in the publishing industry as a publisher and an editor. So my whole life has been devoted to children's books. And I think I'm 5 years old inside, whereas young adult authors tend to be 16 years old inside, and middle grade authors tend to be 10. So it's hard for me to stretch. I have to stay in the 5-year-old arena. Where can you find me? www.marjoriekyler.com.
Hi, I'm Lori Walmart, and I have 5 published books. 4 of them are about women in STEM, so like science, technology, engineering, and math. And I have 3 more books coming out about women in STEM. But I also write fiction, so I have a fiction picture book called Dinosaur Pajama Party that just came out. Oh, here it is, Dinosaur Pajama Party, just came out. And I have another fiction picture book coming out. So all in all, I'm up to about 10 books. It's fun. It's interesting. With my Women in STEM books, I want to show a spotlight on underappreciated and unsung women in the sciences. In books like Dino Pajama Party, it's just fun. It's rhyming, and it's fun to have something that kids can read over and over again. You can find the books anywhere that books are sold, online or in an independent bookstore, wherever books are sold. I'm often at book festivals like this, so you can find me there. My social media everywhere is Lori Walmart, LaurieWallmark. And that's also my website, LoriWalmart.com, where you can find teacher guides and information about visits and more information about the books.
My name is Kevin Lewis. I write rhyming books for very young kids. I write because I love playing with words. I love playing with building blocks when I was a kid. And when I grew up, I realized that words were like building blocks that you could build stories out of. So that's why I started writing. What was the third? Oh, and I write picture books for toddlers and early elementary students. You can find me. I don't spend a lot of time on the internet, so you might be able to find me on Facebook, but you will never find me on Twitter. People usually contact me through the Author Village, which is a group of authors. It's a website that promotes authors for going out on school visits. So that's the easiest place to actually find me. And you can find my books everywhere books are sold, but I would hope that you would go to your local bookseller. But Amazon is great too.
Hi, my name is Jay Cooper. I'm an author and an illustrator of kids' books, specifically chapter books and graphic stories for kids, roughly 5 to 9. My mini-series, Bots, The Pepper Party, The Spy Next Door, you can pretty much find in any library or bookstore, independent or mainstream. They're pretty much everywhere. Why do I write? Well, that's such a great question. I draw and I write, and I love stories ever since I was a kid, and it was always a dream of mine to create stories like the ones that I loved for others. And I didn't know anybody that did it when I was young, so I didn't think it was possible. And I think one of the great things about these festivals and coming here is that the kids get to meet us, and they get to see that we're just regular people like they are, and seeing that and seeing the ability of somebody that you've met doing something amazing makes you think that you can do it yourself, and I think that that's kind of the most important thing. On Instagram, I'm Jay Cooper Art, and on Twitter, I'm Jay Cooper Books.
My name is Lee Bacon. I write middle grade fiction, so kind of for like ages 8 to 12. Usually I kind of describe them as like fun, humorous adventure books. I've always loved writing. It's something I've done since I was a young kid, so I just consider myself super lucky to be able to do what I love as a job. You can find me online. I think if you just Google my name, Lee Bacon, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, those kind of places. Or my website is leebaconbooks.com. And then, just in usual bookstores and online, booksellers, that kind of place.
Hi, my name is Dan Yacarino, and I write and illustrate mostly picture books, and I write them because I grew up loving picture books, and I was a big reader. I still am a big reader, and I love to get the stories that are inside my head out into a book. And you can find my work at yacarinostudio.com. I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, and I'm on Twitter. And you're going to have to find me.
My name is Ariel Bernstein, and I write picture books and chapter books. The reason I write, that's a really good question. I just enjoy doing it, and I like to see when I start a story if I can actually finish it. Sometimes I can, sometimes I can't, but it's always fun trying. And you can find me online at arielbernsteinbooks.com. All my books you can find in any independent bookstore, Barnes & Noble, Amazon, and at libraries near where you live.
My name is Mike Malbrough. I'm an author and illustrator. I write and illustrate because I love telling stories and building relationships with people around make-believe. You can find my books anywhere books are sold, independent bookstores, Barnes & Noble, Amazon, and you can find me at MikeMalbrough.com and Studio Malbrough on Instagram and Twitter.
Hello, I'm Laura Simpson. I write young adult novels. I have 2 out. One is The Art of Breaking Things, which came out in 2019, and Edie in Between, which just came out last month. One is contemporary realistic, but the latest one, Edie, is contemporary fantasy. It's about a girl who is struggling with the death of her mom and also learning how to manage the magic that runs through her family line. You can find me on Twitter at Laura Simpson, on Instagram at Laura O. Simpson, and my books are available wherever books are sold.
I'm Lori Morrison, and I write contemporary upper middle grade novels. I'm the co-author of Every Shiny Thing and the author of Up for Air, St. Ivy, and a forthcoming book called Coming Up Short. And I write because I don't know how not to write. It's sort of how I make sense of my emotions and my experiences in the world around me. And you can find my novels wherever books are sold. You can find me at Laurie, L-A-U-R-I-E, MorrisonWrites.com. And I'm on Twitter and Instagram at Laurie L. Morrison.
Hello, I am Anika Rosrisi. I am the author of the Anna Banana chapter book series about a kid named Anna and her wiener dog Banana and all of the ups and downs of having 2 best friends in elementary school. I am also the author of several picture books, including Love, Sophia on the Moon, illustrated by Mika Saw, which is a book told in letters between Sophia, who has run away to the moon, and her mother, who wants to get her back. And The Teacher's Pet, illustrated by Zachariah O'Hara, which is about a teacher who is so in love with the new class pet, he can't even tell all the trouble it's causing. So the kids are going to have to step in and save the day. My latest book, brand new, is a collection of 20 spooky short stories. It's called Hide and Don't Seek and Other Very Scary Stories. Some of the stories will make you laugh as much as they scare you. Some will send a shiver up your spine. And some of them will make you want to hide under the covers and never come back out. That's for readers ages 8 and up. And I also write young adult novels. This is the most recent one. It's called Nobody Knows But You. And it's a story about a murder that happens at a summer camp. An intense best friendship and a summer cut short. And it's told in letters sent from one friend to another that are never responded to. And also news clips and interviews with other campers, text messages, things like that to help us piece the story and what happened together. And my first young adult novel, that's called Always Forever Maybe. It's about a girl who thinks that she's met the guy who's so good for her, and her best friend thinks that guy is bad news. So it's about a very important friendship and a pretty toxic romance. I write books because I love stories so much it makes me want to be part of them. When I read things that other people have written, I want to create stories of my own. film the same way that when an amazing song comes on the radio, I want to sing along and dance to it. You can find me on my website, anikavc.com. I'm on Twitter and Instagram at anikavc as well. My books you can find anywhere that books are sold, and in any library. If they don't have them, you can request them.
Hi, I'm Annie Silvestro. I write children's books, mainly picture books. I write books because I love them and I love kids, and I think some of the best books are picture books. And this is my sequel to Mice Skating, Sugar and Spice and Everything Mice. And I have the sequel to Bunny's Book Club, which is Bunny's Book Club Goes to School. And it's just so much fun to be at a festival like this where I get to together, meet children, and talk about books. My favorite thing. Find me at AnnieSilvestro.com, and on Twitter and Instagram it's at AnnieSilvestro. So, thank you for having us. This has been an awesome day.
Hi, my name is Cherie Miller. I'm an author and an illustrator. I write picture books, and I'm working on a graphic novel right now. I write to make the books that I wish I had when I was growing up, and you can find my books anywhere books are sold, online, in store. Your local bookstore is the best place to find them. You can find me on Instagram at Coily and Cute, C-O-I-L-Y and Cute, and CherieMiller.com.
Hi, I'm Morgan Baden. I'm the co-author of The Hive and the author of the Daphne and Velma trilogy from Scholastic. I write because I can't imagine not writing, and I write for teens because I think teenage girls will save the world. And you can find me on Instagram and on Twitter at Morgan Baden. Thanks.
I am Barry Liga. I write mostly middle grade and young adult fiction. Why do I write? I wish I knew. It's just a compulsion, and it's the only thing I'm good at all. So it's a good thing that I like doing it. And you can find me online at barryliga.com. That's BARRYLYGA.com, or on Twitter at barryliga. You can find my books everywhere. Bookstores, Amazon, Barnes & Noble, IndieBound, Bookshop.com, all over.
Hello, I'm Ethan T. Berlin. I'm a children's book author, and I wrote this book, I'm Not a Dog Toy. It's about this dog here, if you can see this dog, Gracie. She's shy sometimes. It's about Gracie, who always takes my kids' dog toys. No, my kids' toys. I guess they become dog toys. And then this is my most recent book, Hey, You're Not Santa. It's about a cow who has to try and take over for Santa, which is kind of hard for cows. If you need to subscribe to me to hear everything I ever say, which I recommend, you can follow me at Twitter at Ethan T. Berlin. You can follow me to the grocery store. Those are the two options. I write books because I don't know what else to do with my brain. I can't shut it off. I'm always thinking of ideas and I have to keep writing them. And also it's really fun to see kids reading my books. And you can find my books. My mom has a bunch of them, and then you can find them at bookstores and online, on libraries, and there's one buried deep inside the Egyptian pyramids. Bye!
Okay, so interviews are done. This has been so exciting. now that my job's over, I am free to, anyway, I'm free to now go buy my own books. So now I'm just gonna walk around and see what I want to buy, and yeah, I guess I'll be showing you guys that too. Alright, see you in a bit. Hey Bookends! So these are the books that I got from the Maplewood South Orange Book Festival. It was really fun. I wish I could have gotten more, but you know, funds. But yeah, overall it was awesome. Thank you to the authors for providing us with the interviews so that you all can get to meet them. And I shall be leaving you with a montage of their books. Thank you for watching. If you like what you see, please like and subscribe. Bye, Bookends!